welcome back to the Grays of Westminster YouTube channel. Today is the 12th of August 2026 and it is the 94% solar eclipse in the UK, and we're going to go and see it and see if we can photograph it after work today, so come with us. Like everyone else, we left it to the last minute to get hold of a filter. Last week I was having a look online trying to get a 77mm filter. I think it's like ND 100,000 I think you need, or like a proper solar filter. Left it last minute and everywhere was sold out. Last week we posted on our Instagram story if anyone had any ideas where we can get something from, or some DIY ideas, and one of our lovely Instagram followers messaged us and said that they got this solar filter sheet and it would arrive one day before. So it's arrived yesterday and I'm gonna give it a good DIY. She also kindly sent us a little photo of how she put it together with the lens hood, so that's what I'm gonna try and do now, and I'll also show you what we'll be shooting with. So as for our setup, we have decided to shoot with the Z8, just in case we need to do any sort of cropping. We've got that 45 megapixel cam, so we can do that. It would have been really nice if we could have had like a 400mm TC Z lens, something like that, but we don't actually have one of those to use today, so we have got the 500mm AFS PF lens, one of our display lenses, so we'll be using this with the F to Z converter. Doesn't make our setup too big because the size of this isn't actually too big and it's not too heavy either, and I've got a tripod that we'll be taking with us as well. There's two locations that we might go to. It's either Primrose Hill or Parliament Hill. We haven't decided yet, but both of those will be really good locations. And then we also will be taking some other cameras to take some nice photos of people watching the eclipse. I think Dan's going to be bringing his Mamiya so we can photograph some of the spectators and hopefully take a few nice photos. Okay, so as for the DIY filter, I think the lady used a flexible type of cardboard, so I think that's what I'm going to try and use. I'm going to use the lens hood of this lens and trace it around, and then kind of build an extension on the end of this, and then cut it all around the edges and then lay it flat on the filter so there's no light leaks, and then it can just go directly on the end. I'll probably keep this square and then hopefully that will work, but we'll soon find out. What I've done is I've just taped it all around the edges with black tape just to keep all the light out, and then I'm going to slot the filter back into here and hopefully it will work. Now that I've made the filter holder, I'm going to slot the filter back in and then we're going to pop it on the lens and we're going to try it outside. Just out here testing the filter and it seems to be working. It seems like there's no light leaks. I'm just trying out a few different settings at the moment. We're going to go manual mode, have it on timer instead of having a remote release. It's at f11 and the lowest ISO is 64, but yeah, it's still very small. You really need like a really long lens to see the sun, but at least the sensor's not burning and it's actually working, so yeah, looking forward to it. So here we are at Primrose Hill. Do you want to show over there? There's so many people here. Honestly, the trains were packed. We were using the Sun Seeker app and I think we can still see the sun here a bit later on, so I think this is the right spot to be because it's less crowded and we can have all the equipment out and set up properly. But it's already started because I wonder if we can
show it through the hood?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try and focus on it. Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
That's with this contraption that we built today. And we're about to set up and start taking some pictures. DIY.
You see anything?
Yeah. We've got bracketing on, so it'll take multiple exposures so we can have a look at which is the best one to use. It is the next day and I'm back at the shop. It was so fun at the eclipse. We decided to go to Primrose Hill in the end to photograph not only the eclipse but also everyone, all the spectators, all watching the natural phenomena. We decided to go at the bottom of the hill instead of the top. It seemed really, really crowded at the top, and also we could get a perfect view of the whole eclipse, and we managed to photograph it throughout the whole time. This filter worked fantastically. I didn't really have an idea of how it was going to work, and it worked perfect. I don't think there was any light leaks in the photos. They all came out fantastic, and when we were looking through it as well, you could see the sun, so it was great. No burn sensors, so it did its job. I think next time, as if there's going to be another one that I'm going to be live for.
Say that. The next one.
If I'm alive on the next one, I'll order the filter in time. And so if you guys have won Eclipse, then you can buy this one from us. Daniel also took an infrared camera, and he also took a ZF, and he took some amazing photos of everyone watching. We also gained quite a few spectators around us as well that wanted to have a look through the camera and also through the filter and things like that. Everyone was really impressed with the image that we were getting. So yeah, I'll show you guys some of the photos that we took, and hope you enjoy. That is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Did you see the eclipse? Did you photograph it? If you did, we'd love to see your photos. And until next time, bye.